So first off, Dennis sends a super chat. He says, how do you go about trying to help a loved one that doesn't want to help themselves? Do you just accept them at their current position?
Good question, Dennis. And so if you've got a loved one and you're trying to help them and they're not interested in helping themselves, to what level you help them is the question. Because if you keep trying to like push yourself on them to the point where now it's destructive to your life, to your daily schedule, to your relationship, like let's say if Dennis has a wife or kids or whatever, I'd say you got to back off. But otherwise, you want to be this persistent but loving nuisance to them. And I've done that to people where I want to help someone. I know they need the help. They're not ready to accept the help yet. I'm not going to like go all out where now they are an interruption to my life and to my peace of mind and to my ecosystem, but I will constantly point at them. In fact, I was on a coaching call 2 coaching calls ago. I was just doing a string of coaching calls before I came down here. I won't say who, but one of my coaching clients makes a lot of money, and he's in his early 30s, and I just have been encouraging him to stop drinking alcohol. And I said, hey, let's just call him Bob. I said, hey, Bob, you know, the new year's coming. Now would be such a great time for you to maybe make that decision. And he starts laughing. He goes, but I only drink high-end wine. And I started laughing. I go, tell me what a high-end wine is, motherfucker, right? He goes, you know, like the expensive Italian wines. I'm like, dude, you drink it for what? It's not like, you know, you can taste the oak and the chocolate and the berries and the stuff. Like, you're not that guy. I know you. Right. He goes, yeah, it just tastes good. You know, it just feels good with a good dinner. I'm like, yeah, man, it's just high-end wine. It's just good marketing. At the end of the day, it's poison. And what's happening is that alcohol is poisoning you. And that's why you feel that way. It's a momentary escape. And you have a good life, but you could have an even better life if you stop. And so I go, but listen, if you come to my house, I serve up steak and you want wine, I'll put wine out. And if you drink it, I won't judge you. But I'm just letting you know the version of you 10 years from now will have wished that you stopped drinking. I know that version because I'm a decade and a half older than you. And so here's your opportunity to stop. And he just giggled and laughed. But I just continually, every coaching call, the last part of the piece of advice I'll give him on the coaching call after the 30 minutes is up is, hey, you know, you got that one vice. And he doesn't even drink excessively. It's just high-end wine, 2 glasses with a dinner here and there. But I know he needs to, and he knows he needs to, and he will. But I persistently show up with passion and love. But it doesn't take away from my life. Now, if like he was a family member and he was an alcoholic and it's like destroying his life and he's just not doing anything to be an active participant in saving himself, and now it's taking me away from my family, from my peace of mind, from my health, from my businesses, I have to detach from him and go, God's will, man. Like, you're on your own. Whatever happens, happens to you.
Right, 100%. Yeah. I think, and just to piggyback on that too, is just become the person that can actually help them. Like right now, like he might just be looking at you as like a peer, or whoever this guy's talking about just might be looking at you as a peer. But then if you level up, you know, whether it's fitness, financial, you know, family, whatever it is, now they're naturally kind of going to ask you more questions and trying to, okay, so what are you really doing? How did you make that happen? Whatever. And if they don't, then they just don't want the help. But I mean, it is what it is. At least you level up yourself.
That's exactly right.